Indian Government Minister Shashi Tharoor has appeared before a magistrate investigating the death of his wife Sunanda Pushkar, whom doctors believe was killed by a drug overdose. Doctors say that they found traces of an antidepressant.
Now, according to Indian media reports citing unnamed sources, an investigation will be conducted to ascertain whether the overdose was accidental or deliberate. Now, Sunanda Pushkar was found dead in a hotel room in New Delhi on Friday after sending tweets that her husband might or allegedly was having an affair with a Pakistani-based journalist.
An autopsy found that 52-year-old Pushkar's death was sudden and unnatural and her body bore injury marks, although doctors said that this did not mean the injuries had caused her death. Tharoor, a former UN diplomat, called for a quick investigation into his wife's death, saying he hoped this would put an end to rumours about their personal lives. In a letter to India's Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde, Tharoor wrote, quote,
I have finally had a chance to catch up with media reports and am horrified to read the reckless speculation rampant there. I pledge my full and unstinting cooperation. Nothing short of truth will end the indignity to which my wife and I are being subjected.
Unquote. Later yesterday, Tharoor gave his testimony to Sub-Divisional Magistrate Alok Sharma, who is leading the inquest into his wife's death. There was no word on what he had told the magistrate and he drove away without making any comment to reporters. 5 members of Tharoor's staff were questioned by the magistrate leading the inquest into Pushkar's death. Under Indian criminal law, a magistrate must conduct an inquiry if a woman has died within 7 years of marriage. The Tharoors married in the late 2010. The third marriage for both. A Delhi police spokesperson declined to comment on the possible lines of inquiry before a final post-mortem report had been issued.
In more local news, President Mahinda Rajapaksa departed for Abu Dhabi, the capital of UAE, today.
According to the presidential spokesperson and international media unit, the president is due to attend the Zayed Future Energy Prize Awards ceremony on this tour. The President will also engage in bilateral discussions with high-level delegates of the UAE and is due to meet with the Sri Lankan community in the country. Meanwhile, issuing a message to mark the demise of the spiritual leader of the Dawoodi Bohra community, His Holiness Dr. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin, President Rajapaksa reminisced about the yeoman service rendered to humanity by the late spiritual leader. Writing to Dr. Burhanuddin's son, President Rajapaksa conveyed the deepest sympathies and profound condolences of the Sri Lankan people and especially Sri Lanka's Dawoodi Bohra community.
Interviews to select SLFP candidates for the upcoming Western and Southern Provincial Council polls began today.
The Sri Lanka Freedom Party notes that they have received over 200 applications seeking an opportunity to contest for the upcoming polls. A release issued by the party general secretary notes that individuals who are intelligent and famous are among the applicants. He adds that several artists have also applied for candidacy. Three strong teams have been fielded from the 3 districts of Kalutara, Gampa and Colombo. We were able to obtain a 2/3 majority during the last poll. I believe that the present candidates will be able to surpass this. A strong group of individuals are contesting for the Western Province. I believe that I will also receive an opportunity to contest among this group.
There are some good candidates. I wish them the best of luck. To the people of Colombo, the time is right to begin our work.
This is something we do usually. We submit our recommendations to the main nominations board. You need to be popular to engage in politics. Since the morning we have been discussing a number of aspects such as popularity and youth. General Secretary of the SLFP Minister Maithripala Sirisena notes that the candidate list of the SLFP will be finalized by the 27th. Accepting of nominations by the Election Secretariat begins on the 30th of this month.
Now, excavations were held in search of remains of the mass grave in Tirukedishwaram Manor today as well.
Our correspondent said that new remains were not unearthed today.
He noted that excavations were conducted today using backhoe machines. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said that 39 human remains were discovered following excavations that were held on 9 occasions. Meanwhile, a protest was launched by the Sri Lanka Agricultural Research Assistant Officers Association today. The protest was held to highlight 10 issues, including the authorities' negligence in granting travelling allowances, failure to supply the required office equipment for a period of 10 years, not granting office allowances, and failing to have a proper career growth plan for the employees. A section of the Dali Road in Colombo was temporarily closed down due to the protest this afternoon. According to our correspondent, the protesters decided to disperse following discussions held with the Treasury Secretary.
Close to 5,000 Sri Lankans are residing illegally in Malaysia according to the Foreign Employment Bureau.
Now, the High Commissioner to Malaysia, I. Ansar, said that a special program is underway to repatriate these individuals.
The Malaysian government has taken steps to arrest individuals who arrived in the country on tourist visa and are now illegally employed in Malaysia. The High Commission in Malaysia stated that about 50 individuals arrive at the High Commission on a daily basis requesting protection. All these people enter the country with a tourist visa and then seek employment. Reportedly, there are about 600 individuals who are here without a visa. We are trying to send everyone back to Sri Lanka at the same time. When Newsfirst inquired into the matter, the spokesperson of the Foreign Employment Bureau, Mangala Randenia, stated that there is no information available on those who failed to register with the office and left the island on tourist visa. The Foreign Employment Bureau further stated that there has been no official investigation into this matter. The Sri Lankan High Commission in Malaysia said that not only Sri Lankans but those from Indonesia, Bangladesh, Nepal and many other countries are at present seeking employment illegally in Malaysia. Malaysia, a country in Southeast Asia, is with a population of 28 million. It borders Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore and Brunei.
A public rally organized by the Democratic Party was held in Panagoda yesterday.
If our members fool the people, abandon the people and cannot understand the pulse of the people, then they will not be able to remain in our party. They won't have any place in the new force that we are building. They should be able to make sacrifices on behalf of the people. We introduced a new party and a new symbol to win back what you have lost. Your greatest loss is the loss of democracy. The leaders who reshaped the battlefield drew up a political campaign while he was imprisoned. This campaign was to protect your democracy. He is stepping onto this battlefield for the people and for the rights of the people. The Democratic Party was created to win back what you have lost.
Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Helen Keller.
On to sports news now. A spirited second innings batting performance by the Pakistani batsman secured a 5-wicket victory for Pakistan today on the final day of the third test against Sri Lanka, levelling the test series 1-all. Now the Sri Lankans were unable to follow on their their strong first innings total of 428 as they were bundled out for 214 in the second innings at Sharjah, leaving Pakistan a total of 302 runs for victory. Suranga Lakmal picked up the first 2 Pakistani scalps fairly cheaply, but the Sri Lankan bowlers could not restrain the determined Pakistani batsmen. Azhar Ali recorded his 5th test century today.
That's beautifully struck. Just simply the best. Look at that. A little jab. Is that it? That's it. What a victory! What a victory!
Well, that's wrap up news at 9. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Ramesh Bandara.
I'm Stephanie Lazarus. We leave you tonight with the weather forecast for tomorrow. Good night.
Newsfirst at 9.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.